The Chicago Bears 2025 53-man roster has officially been set for now. Well, we're going to react to all of the names that's been named for our official squad for now. Keep it locked. Welcome, everybody. Welcome back to an all-new episode of CHI Go Bears. As always, it's your boy, John Jay, and with me once again is my dog, Dee Snow from the Go. What's going on, cuzzo?
Hey, only song been on my mind all day is I'm a pimp named Slickback. Pimp named Slickback. Pimp names. Anybody know the song? They know that's one of our new favorite, underdog players. That's his Sellies. Hopefully we get to see that little dance during the season.
Let's get
man.
it.
That's what my man called give him a little carrot.
Yeah, little dangle.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I see what you did there.
Yes, sir. I'm learning.
But man, how you feeling though?
Man, I cannot complain, man. Summer's finally almost over. It's been a really hot one. No hurricanes lately. The hurricanes got past us. That was a blessing. I was not excited about that, but besides that, man, it's a beautiful time to be a Bear fan. How you doing?
Man, I'm feeling good. Like you said, beautiful time to be a Bears fan. We getting closer and closer to this season opener. And man, Snow, it's official, man. We got this 53-man roster set, so we got to react to it.
You already know.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we get down to reacting to this roster, y'all know what to do. Show your boys some love. Get down there and drop a like. Hit that thumbs up. You know what I'm saying? Hit that subscribe if you haven't already, because what the hell you doing? We get down over here. Hit that subscribe and hit that little bell to turn on notifications so you don't miss a single one of these drops. And of course, we want you to share it. We want you to share it.
Please.
Tell the world about us. We bring that smoke our way. We want it. Bears fans, non-Bears fans, whatever the case.
After Packers, the Vikings, and for sure, after Lions. So y'all already know.
Yeah, dig. But aside from that, we ain't gonna hold y'all too long. We finna just get right into this thing. That official 53-man roster is set. So we finna go position by position and break down these names and talk about what we feeling about, who got cut and all that. Yeah. But so quarterbacks, Austin Reed is a guy that we like. He didn't make the cut. We're going with 3 quarterbacks, which isn't a surprise. We pretty much expected that. Our 3 quarterbacks are Caleb Williams, Tyson Bagent, and Case Keenum. And I would expect, if he doesn't get picked up, I would expect Reed to be back on the practice squad, just like last season. Mm-hmm. But off of these QBs, Dee Snow, how you feeling about that QB room?
Hey, I'm loving it, man. We have some veteran presence in our QB room for the first time in years. A real veteran that's actually going to bring in and teach these guys something, help these guys be better pros, and teach them a little bit about the game. A guy that's actually a proven starter that didn't do bad in his career. So it's nice to have Case there. We just paid Tyson. Bagent, Tyson, Bagent is the type of guy, if he wasn't on our team, he'd be starting somewhere else. That's really how I look at him.
He could. He broke all kind of records in college, and that's
Bagent, and he got that story, man. He got that storyline that you want to. Hey, that's the story that the whole city will fall around and love their quarterback on. So I think he's that guy waiting in the wings.
He got a theme song too.
What?
He got a theme song.
He got him a Shador Sanders?
Secret Bagent man. Secret man.
I thought he was going to be on some perfect timing or something. Secret Bagent man. Y'all ain't. Hey, we know JJ feeling better. JJ bringing out the antics. That boy turned into 007 on him.
Man, drop a light.
Yeah, man. Hey, but on the real though, it's nice that we actually have 2 serviceable quarterbacks. No about three serviceable quarterbacks. No matter who goes out there, they can lead this offense. They can make sure we're decent and we're not falling off by a lot, no matter who's out there. So right now the quarterback room looks very strong, and I'm excited.
Yeah, I agree. Obviously, we feel like the sky's the limit for Caleb, but Bajan has shown enough that he can get in, and you feel like you don't lose games if Bajan plays. You know, he started a couple games, well, about 4 games when Justin Fields was our quarterback. He
Yeah.
went 2-2, and he's
Hey,
looked better since. He's
it just
learned
came
this
off that
being,
comeback win in Kansas City.
he's
Because
learned this Ben
they
Johnson
played us hard.
offense.
Yeah,
He's learned
that
this
was big.
offense quick,
Yeah.
and
Hey,
we
and
need
we've
that.
already seen that he's got a lot of big ups from Ben Johnson, too. Ben Johnson talks about him glowingly. You have never seen him say anything bad about that kid. And that's not on purpose. I mean, that's not on, by fault. That's because this kid is just a professional, man, and a good kid. So, hey, and by the way, I do want to say this too before we move on. I know you got something else to say. Shout out to Austin Reed. Hopefully he doesn't get picked up. He's not a bad kid to have to keep. I know we don't have room for him now, but I don't want him to go somewhere else, man. I want him to stay with us. So,
Yeah, no, I like he's a solid young player. But just one thing I really love about this quarterback room is you got Caleb, who, like you said, like I said, the sky's the limit for him. We expect huge things from him, but you got a vet that can help him navigate the system and just professional life. But then you also got a young dog that's gonna push him with
yeah,
Bajan.
yeah.
So I love the dynamic we got there. But moving on, those running backs. Those running backs, Dee Snow, we got 3 running backs. And they are what we expected: DeAndre Swift, Roshan Johnson, and Kyle Monungai. Now, Travis Homer is still on the roster, but he was moved to injured reserve with a designation of return, so he's got to miss at least 4 games. But Travis Homer is a good special teamer, so it's good to keep him around. But what do you
Okay.
think about that running back room so far?
Oh, I love it, man. We've had a taste of what that looks like. I mean, we've seen nothing but shining moments out of Kyle Monungai. We already know what we're gonna get from Swift. I mean, my man had the crazy little jump over the guy play, hurdle the other day. So I think we just got a little taste of what the running game is gonna be, and I'm excited, man. I think we got a nice full running back room full of guys that's gonna come out there and play hard. So I mean, we're looking good. I mean, hey, and what's crazy is I wanted to look at Cam Akers, and I just saw he got cut. So that shows you that, maybe he wasn't what we thought he was.
Yeah, good point. Good point. Was there any surprise to you with guys like Ian Wheeler, or some of these other running backs getting cut?
Well,
I,
Ian Wheeler, isn't that the kid with the injury that we kept from last year?
yes.
So that's what kind of shocked me when I saw that, because I'm like, we went through all of that. He went through the injury, we rehabbed him, we kept him, we paid him, now we're going to let him go. But then, of course, in the chat, you did tell me that maybe as long as nobody grabs him, we bring him right back, and that could be
Yeah,
what's going on there.
I think that could be a practice squad candidate. And then also the fact that 3 running backs is a little bit light. If one
It
person
is.
goes down,
Yeah, you got
that
to have
practice
somebody ready to
squad
step in.
player is gonna play. So
Yeah.
that's something to watch. And Roshan Johnson, I like him, but you almost guarantee he gonna miss some time.
Yeah. Knock on wood.
I hate to
Knock on
say it.
wood. I got you, Roshan.
I hate to say it. Yeah, yeah. So I don't know. I wouldn't say that that's a surprise for me, but 3 running backs is a little light. You kind of think that maybe 4 would have been sufficient, but we'll see down the line. They made up for it with an extra lineman, but we'll get into that in a little bit. But first, I want to move on to these wide receivers, probably the favorite topic of all Bears fans right now with this receiving room. But our wide receivers are, and this is the most interesting one. Call it a shock or whatever, or however you see it. But I know we got what we wanted. But the 6 receivers that we going with are DJ Moore, Rome Odunze, Olamide Zacchaeus, Luther Burden III, aka 3, dubbed by my man Dee Snow from the Go,
3.
Devin Duvernay, and Jade Walker.
Woo!
Travis Scott, just picked in 2023, already gone. We knew Ben Johnson ain't playing around. If you ain't fitting in, I don't care when you came in. You got to go.
Let's say this: that last game, Tyler did not play that bad. He had a couple of really big catches on those last couple of drives. He really did show up, and he was a part of the reason why we won that game. He made some really good catches during that game. But man,
he did, but he got outclassed in every way.
Jade is the prime example of when they say go out there and take it. He went out there and took it because we didn't know who he was when it started. If you look at any of these episodes, not one time have we mentioned his name about a guy that might stick around. But the last 2 games,
he was an undrafted free agent. You don't expect to see an undrafted rookie free agent on a receiving staff like this. Well, we kept saying how hard it was going to be.
He can't keep wearing 20. We got to put something else on him. That's a running back number.
It's a new day.
Maybe he's going to get Tyler Scott number.
And I think, but I think too, what really hurt Tyler Scott was that fumbled kickoff.
There you go.
You know, because that was probably your best chance to make the roster. Or just
down it. Why come out of the end zone and get tackled at the 7? Like, that was a bad lapse of judgment. And that's the one thing we see that Ben Johnson is very serious about. We're not going to make mistakes. We're not going to do stupid stuff. And that was dumb. Even though we drove 80, we still looked good, but you put us in the bad position.
He couldn't even catch it to begin with. He fumbled it. So before the running back. So I think that did him in as far as I
because we saw one thing. If nothing else, they got hands. That boy has some good hands. He makes great catches.
And he was laying some hits on special teams.
Man, he was doing it all. The energy, man. He has that energy that we're looking for. You know what? He reminds me of Pacheco with that energy. Man, he gave me that same type of feel. Like that young guy that's just gonna lay it out on the line. And yeah, man. Hey, shout out to Jade, man. Hey, you a Chicago bet now. You earned that, boy.
Yeah, no doubt. But moving on, the tight ends. Now, I thought that maybe we would have went with an extra tight end, maybe because we're doing a lot of the split sets.
Yeah.
But we went with 3: Cole Kmet, Colston Loveland, and Durham Smythe. So any surprises there? What do you think about this tight end room?
Well, we already know that the two top tight ends are going to be the ones that play the most. I think we are going to run the ball, and we are going to run some 3 tight end sets sometimes. I mean, this could be something where we end up bringing in somebody down the line. We might not be done with the tight end because we know the prototypal tight end that Ben Johnson is looking for and what he wants. So maybe he didn't see that with these other 2 guys, and that's why they're gone. So maybe something down the line could happen with another tight end, but we already know, man, the 2 guys we got are studs. Like,
yeah, and
we've never had 2 guys this good on the field at one time.
And I personally think they locked in because they let go of Carlson, who's been a really solid backup tight end for a few years for us. And I don't think he had a bad camp either. I think they just locked in at the 3 because same reason with the running back, they went with the extra offensive lineman.
Yeah. Like you said, they worried about that line. I guess you was right, Coach. Coach JJ said they're worried about that line, and we kept an extra lineman. So shout out to JJ again.
I think they still worried about that line, and I'll tell you why in a minute, but I'm going to break down these names for offensive linemen. We went with 10 offensive linemen.
How many can play at once?
5. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Man, so we got a whole nother 5 ready to run out there.
Man. So the linemen are Braxton Jones, Joe Tooney, Drew Dahlman, Jonah Jackson, Darnell Wright, Ozzie Trapillo, Theo Benedict, Ryan Bates, Luke Newman, and Kieran Amagaji. So my take on this, and it's good, Luke Newman made the roster. Most of our draft picks made this roster, so that shows that it was a good draft so far too.
Yes, sir.
Kieran Amagaji kind of wasn't sure about, but everybody that was involved in that left tackle battle has pretty much come back. But the reason I mentioned they might still be some worry, it's one of my biggest concerns for this roster right now, is you remember before camp started, or at the beginning of the camp, Ben Johnson said he wanted to have his left tackle ready by the first preseason game. He wanted to know who it was. We didn't know who it was after the first preseason game.
Yeah. Still might not know who it is.
Even after today, I watched the press conference of him after the 53-man roster was set, and he still doesn't want to commit to a starting tackle. That tells me that they're just as concerned. He wanted to have it before the first game, and preseason is over. Training camp is over. We a week and a half or 2 weeks away from the start of the regular season, and we still don't know who the starting tackle is. That's a little concern. I think it's going to be Braxton, but they don't seem like they want to just give it to him.
I mean, we both know how important it is going to be to protect the blind side of our quarterback. So I ain't mad at him for making sure that he's right on this and not just going with anything. So whatever it takes, Ben, we trust
Yeah, I do trust him. But it's a concern because it's late in the game now, and for you not to be sure how you want to play the most important position right now is to protect Caleb. Um, you started off this thing with Braxton Jones, Ozzie Trapillo, and Kieran Amagaji all competing for left tackle. At the end of camp, it was Braxton Jones against Steele Benedict. You move Ozzie Trapillo to be a right tackle behind a number 10 overall pick from just 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I hope we don't have him as the backup to somebody that's not going anywhere. And then Kieran Amagaji, Ryan Poles just talked about today, they had him working out at guard now. That's too much movement, and it's too late in the game. So
For our first game to be in 2 weeks, that is.
I'm concerned.
Is this strategy or is this real?
They seem like they've been open and honest about everything, so I feel like this is real. But I don't know. I digress. Now my concern might not be the end of the world because the coaching staff, all that, they're going to see inconsistencies, but that doesn't mean that you can't make for a Pro Bowl caliber year having inconsistencies. So it's not the end of the world, but it's a legit concern.
If Caleb is going to be getting rid of the ball as fast as he was in these games we've watched him play, it's not going to hurt us as much. As long as he's not tapping that ball and he's getting rid of it in those first 4 seconds, we're going to be all right.
Yeah, no doubt. So moving on to the defensive side of the ball. The defensive line. And we had an interesting cut here, too. A third-round pick from just 2 seasons ago, Zach Pickens, did not make the cut. Bye-bye. So we got 10 defensive linemen. We got Montez Sweat, Grady Jarrett, Grady Jarrett, Javon Dexter Sr., Dio Odangbo, Andrew Billings, Dominique Robinson, Shamar Turner, Daniel Hardy, Chris Williams, and Austin Booker. Now the new guy, Tano Pasagnon, he didn't make the cut.
Dang.
Now Abangwamiga, he's that's one of them names. He's somebody else on the defense that you would expect to have made this roster, but he is starting off on IR along with Travis Homer. So that's somebody to look out for that'll be back later after at least 4 games.
Okay.
So he won't contribute immediately, but I expect him to be back. But what do you think about that defensive line, Dee Snow?
I mean, we have a lot of new names, a lot of guys that wasn't here last year that's going to be out there. We got a couple of guys that's coming back. So I think we got a nice mix of guys that kind of know what's going on with guys that are coming in fresh that can kind of speed them up. When it comes to a losing culture, you need to bring in new guys sometimes because you got the same guys that's used to losing. It's kind of hard to break that. So I think it was important to bring in some new guys. I mean, we are both expecting a big year out of Jarrett. It's some of these guys are kind of no name that you never heard of. So this could be a chance for them to really show up and make a name for themselves as well. So, I mean, we'll see what happens. I'm expecting the defense to be good as a whole. I'm not thinking our line is going to be the main reason, but I think we will be way better in the trenches this year than we were last year.
Yeah, I agree. The line is probably not A1, but it's solid. It feels like with this defense, those DBs and those linebackers is where you're gonna get the most out of.
Yeah.
They keep saying Montez Sweat has had his best camp, so I'm looking to see that. Dio
Odangbo,
I'm a little bit concerned about Odangbo. Hopefully he can show me something. Now this is a position group though that I would not be surprised to see a move made. After all of these cuts have been made, maybe there's an addition here because remember, Austin Booker is out for the first few weeks. Remember, he's hurt.
Yeah, we need that.
And I think Robinson got hurt too, didn't he? Didn't Dominique Robinson get hurt as well? I don't know how long, but I wouldn't be surprised if you see a name come in, and I wouldn't be surprised that a guy like Zadarius Smith played with the Lions last year. What's my man from Michigan? Clowney, I don't know if he's still out there.
Did anybody pick up the dude? What's my man name that used to play for the Bills last year? We were talking about him in the preseason.
Von Miller.
Yeah, is he still out there? Did he sign with anybody?
I think he did. It's hard to imagine he's still out there, but you making me look that up now.
Because I haven't heard his name a lot, you know? Like, that's a guy that
Yeah,
you
Washington. He went to Washington.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh, that team is gonna be tough.
They got something.
Yeah.
We'll see them on prime time.
Yes, sir. Get back day.
So yeah, the defensive line is solid, but I wouldn't be surprised to see an addition there with the injuries that we got. Defensive line and edge rusher and running back before this all started was two of the things that we said we could still see them adding, and I don't know that that's changed. I think running back is solid, but again, we're small within there. But I don't. They probably don't make a move there because you got the fourth guy on IR, Travis Homer. I think he'll be solid there, but I could really see something happen on the defensive line.
Yeah.
And y'all, ladies and gentlemen, y'all watching along, if you see a potential move or you disagree with something I said, let me know in the comments. We do read those things and we do reply.
Yeah, because all I want for Christmas is Parsons.
Man,
give me a reason to jump out my seat.
Trey Hendrickson got signed for the rest of the season. It's only 1 year.
1 year, 14 million. That's not even a lot. I was kind of shocked.
14 million raise. He getting
30.
30.
Raise. That's why I was like 14 million.
Yeah.
Like what?
$14 million raise. He getting 30. But it's a one and done.
But I think next year he's free though. He get to do whatever he wants. He's a free agent. So.
Yeah, so he could skate if he wants. They needed to make that move though.
Yeah. They had to. They had to. Yeah.
But moving along to the linebacker group, we got 5 linebackers. Now this is actually the group Abung Bamiga is in, but IR, so I mentioned that already. But the 5 that are active: Tremaine Edmonds, TJ Edwards, Noah Sewell, Ruben Hippolyte, and Carl Jones Jr. Now, Carl Jones Jr., that's somebody that I haven't really seen a lot of, but this is a special teamer. And I think probably a placeholder for Bangamiga because that's your special teams guy. So my guess is Carl Jones is holding the place for him. I don't know a whole lot about him. I saw him a little bit in the preseason. Solid if we keep him around, but that's your special team guy for now. But I think Bangamiga takes that back once he is healthy. But what do you think about these linebackers? And between Hippolyte and Sewell, did you see anybody that you think will start alongside of Edmonds and Edwards?
So I'm thinking it's going to be Sewell. I mean, Sewell's had the best camp so far. He's had the best preseason. I mean, Hippolyte has not looked bad, but Sewell has really been turning it on. And that's the one thing that you said in the beginning. This is a chance for him to really step out this year. This is a chance for him to have a breakout season. And hey, there's something about having a brother in the league that's already doing well that pushes the brother. You know, it's nothing like having that.
And the brother played under Ben.
See?
Because he was the lineman for the Lions.
That's crazy. See, so, and we both know that coaching matters with certain players. Some players play different under certain coaches. So I'm looking at Sewell hopefully to come out of that and to really have a breakout season. I think we are pretty stacked at linebacker. I think we got some nice names out there. We got some guys that are hungry, nice speed. I'm expecting to see a lot of tackles this year and really run it up. I'm like you said, I expect our DBs and our linebackers to be the strength of our defense this year.
Yeah, and I still think there's going to be some good things on our defensive line, too. I really like the interior with Grady Jarrett, Javon Dexter, Andrew Billings. Those 3 right there is a nice little rotation. And I've been saying it all summer. I'm going to keep saying it. I'm expecting a huge year from Javon Dexter. I'm talking about star status.
Look, be ready for that name.
Yeah, he should be competing for a Pro Bowl spot. I got high expectations.
I like it.
Well, moving along, these DBs, these cornerbacks. Let's get into these cornerbacks. We're going with 6, and they are Jalen Johnson, Kyler Gordon, Tyreek Stevenson, Nashawn Wright, Josh Blackwell, and Nick McLeod. Dee Snow. Any surprises there? Terrell Smith would have made the cut because I like that dude, but out for the season. We saw that injury in the preseason. But what's your thoughts on these corners?
I really feel like our DBs is probably I think when it comes to the strengths of our team, it's offensive line. I think our wide receivers and then the DBs. I think the wide receivers and the DBs are kind of right there with each other. Because the wide receivers haven't proven a lot yet. I feel like the defensive backs have. They have had some pretty decent seasons the last couple of years. The wide receivers are kind of young, but I think the talent and what they can be makes the wide receivers look so good. But I really think our DBs are going to really do well. I'm expecting at least 10 plus interceptions out of those guys this year. I'm expecting them to turn that ball over. Yeah, I'm expecting that a total. I'm expecting us to get out there. I'm expecting Jalen to do his thing because if our defensive line does its job, then it's going to be a whole lot of waggly balls that, what they call them, the dead ducks that got shot up there. Yeah. I'm expecting some of those crazy opportunities where they just got to make sure they were there to make the play. So, yeah, I think the DBs, man, I think we're pretty tight. Plus, we got some young guys that are hungry that, will be biting to get out there, those third downs, those times when we in the nickel and stuff like that.
Now, I'm really high on our cornerbacks as well. Although I don't know if I think more turnovers, because that's something Matt Eberflus hung his hat on. That was his thing, was turnovers. He had them competing for turnovers. He had them dunking basketballs if they got a turn. He had all kinds of stuff for them doing turnovers. I don't know if that is a strength of Dennis Allen. He does. The DBs is a strength of his, but the turnovers I don't know about so much. Maybe more pass defenses, more man coverage. Yeah. So I don't know. I'm not saying you're wrong. I would love to see that. But I don't know if the interceptions go up with Dennis Allen. It's more just
scheme's better than me, so I understand that.
But I mean, Jalen Johnson, Kyler Gordon, Tyreek Stevenson, they got sticky fingers. So
I'm expecting them boys to take something back to the house, man.
Yeah. I ain't mad at that. And Jalen Johnson got a lot of pride, so he gonna make sure he get his name on something. Moving along, the safeties. We got 4 safeties, Dee Snow. Kevin Byard III, Jaquan Brisker, Jonathan Owens, and Elijah Hicks. And I just got to say right now, of course, the question for you remains the same. Any surprises and what are your thoughts? But before you jump into that, if he can stay healthy, Jaquan Brisker is another one I would expect a big year from. He got drafted right alongside Kyler Gordon. Kyler Gordon got his money. Jaquan Brisker ain't got his yet. And he was the one that people thought was the guaranteed star.
Yeah. So
he got a chip on his shoulder this year. He trying to get paid.
Got to stay healthy. No, man, hey. And that's when I talked about the defensive backs, I was talking about the defensive backs and the safeties. Like, I feel like, man, we are really, really going to we're going to really protect the ball really well out there when it comes to, going against the pass. Because, like we already talked about, like, it's nothing but studs when it comes to quarterbacks in our division. Plus, we're going to play a lot of good quarterbacks this year as a whole. So it's going to be important that we hold it down out there. And another thing, the safeties, we got a couple of guys that's been doing a thing that's already hanging their hat on being Bears. And it's going to make those guys under them be better. But yeah, oh man, we're gonna have some fun on defense this year, man. I'm expecting, like I told you, I'm expecting top 10. I'm expecting top 10 defense.
I hope so, because we got a gauntlet of a season this year, Dee Snow. That schedule is a gauntlet. I was looking at it the other day, and man, it's a war zone.
Hey, as long as we ain't got to see Pat Mahomes, I think we'll be all
right. Hopefully, we'll see him in February. But the last position group, the Snow specialists on special teams. We got 3 guys. Cairo Santos, our kicker, Torrey Taylor, the punter, and Scott Daly, I believe, is the long snapper. So, yeah. And I don't think there's no surprises there. There's the same trio from last year.
And I'm lying if I act like I know who. I know Santos, that's it. The other 2 guys, I have no idea who they are. I'm sorry, Bears fans. I ain't going to even lie to y'all. Good job making the team, fellas.
I like Torrey Taylor. He was a punter that was drafted last year, so.
Man, hey, that kid has been kicking his ass off, too.
He be booming that
He's been kicking his ass off. I will give him props. I don't know who the kid is, but I know his foot.
So, yeah, aside from Tyler Scott, any other surprises there?
I mean, not really. I mean, we kind of saw where they were going. I mean, the only thing kind of surprised us, like you said, was Tyler, but we already were on the fence because of the other guy that we liked. We saw that coming. If he got anybody spotted, it would be his. And that's exactly what happened. He outplayed him. Not really outplayed him, but just outplayed mostly everybody. That kid really shined in the preseason. So That gets you on the team.
Yeah. We've had a lot of success in Chicago with undrafted free agents. If I'm being totally honest, Tyson Bagent, undrafted free agent. Although he just left this year, but the linebacker that went to Dallas, Jack Sanborn, he was a killer for us the last couple of years. He was an undrafted free agent.
Yeah, he was a tough
We've had some success at that position, so I will say that. And one thing to note, a name that I didn't mention, Zy Frazier. Zy Frazier, but it's not because he wasn't cut or anything like that. He is on the designated injured list also. He will miss the entire season. They have not specified his injury. They keep saying it is a personal issue, but it is something that he had dealt with before he got there, and it just came to light. So he's going to be with the team in meetings and stuff like that, but he is going to miss the entire season. So that's really the only rookie that's not on the that didn't make the roster for that reason.
Yeah, and prayers out to our boy, Amir Speed. You know, we're hoping that once your injury heals up the next couple of weeks, that you find your way back to the team as well, man.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, man, y'all think we got a Super Bowl roster? Let me know. And what we missing if we don't?
10-7, 11-6.
I like it. I like it.
Staying in there.
And we definitely, before the season goes official, we're going to give our official
for sure
predictions. We're going to look over this gauntlet of a schedule and see what it's really looking like. But Dee Snow, you got anything else for the people before we go and get up out of here?
Oh, man, hey, get ready for some college football this weekend. Going to be some great matchups. And then next week, the big boys come to play, man.
It paused on you right there.
One more week, and then we can start seeing some smash mouth bell cow football.
There you go. He came back. It paused on. Although when I play this back, it sometimes still records, even though I ain't see it. So, but yeah, definitely some football, college football, full slate this weekend, and a little bit of wrestling.
Shout out to Lee Corso, man. This is his last week, man. I've been watching Lee Corso since I was a kid, man. Throwing the helmets, picking the teams. He made college football fun on Saturdays, man. I used to never watch that show, and they really. And now, now Pat McAfee's that guy that's bringing that energy. So I love the college football show. They really do bring a lot of fun to the sport, man. But shout out to Lee Corso. I know this is his last week.
Yeah, and one thing I want to note, we hadn't really talked about it, but it was something that was a concern of mine. So I don't know if it was a concern of any of you guys that's watching. So check it out. The ESPN, we talked about how they made the deals of late. They got the NFL Network, Red Zone. They got the rest of the WWE deal now. So it was already known that they was going to start a new app called ESPN Unlimited. And Dee Snow, I was worried because
I was going to have to pay for that.
Because they talking about this app was $30 a month. But today, I got a notification from my provider, my Spectrum. It says, with your Spectrum TV app, you have full access to ESPN Unlimited at no extra charge. So, ladies and gentlemen, it appears that if you got these packages in your cable plan or whatever, you don't have to spend that extra. So this made me very happy.
Either that or just continue to use stream these.
Yep. Stop telling on yourself.
No, I'll be streaming like a beast.
So yeah, that was definitely a concern of mine because I like to watch me some of these wrestling live events.
I got Xfinity,
so
I'm gonna have to go look and see if I got that notification today. I probably got that through Xfinity because that's the Spectrum Xfinity cousin.
So we ain't got to spend that extra bag. I appreciate that. So y'all check on that. But it looks like if you got it now, you're gonna have it going forward. So yeah. But with all that being said, ladies and gentlemen, as always, we definitely appreciate y'all coming through.
You already know.
Y'all know what to do. Get down there and drop a like. Share this thing and subscribe if you haven't already, because you see how we get busy over here. But we definitely appreciate y'all coming through. We love y'all. And as always, it's Bet Down Chicago. But we'll holler at y'all later.
Go Cubs, go. Catch y'all at the next one.
Peace. Peace.